You people have called you the real Tony Stark. Okay, you've got your finger in so many different advanced technologies. As I said, SpaceX, Tesla, now you've got Solar City and the solar pack that people put in their houses. Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean, saving the world is not I mean...
But you're trying to do good things and you're a billionaire. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what if Tony Stark was actually, like, real? Not the movie version, but like, in our world, today, where things are, you know, kind of crazy and tech moves faster than the rules. I mean, you've probably seen it. Someone building rockets, messing with traffic, talking about Mars and AI. It's pretty wild. People say, oh, he's a genius, or he's reckless. But yeah, maybe both. But, you know, there's something nobody really talks about, and that's the cost. Like, people love the success, they cheer it on, but they don't see the 2M emails, the failures, losing friends, the mind that just won't shut off. And yeah, it can get dark, super dark. You become so focused that it's like you disappear into your own head. But, and this is important, you don't have to be born with something special. I think ordinary people can choose to be extraordinary. That's the thing. It's a choice, it's uncomfortable, it's lonely, but it's real. Most people, they give up way too soon. If you're okay with that, maybe you're meant for it. Because once you accept that, once you know what's coming, then you start to see what genius really looks like. So, yeah, people throw the word genius around a lot, but real genius, it's not shiny. It's messy, it's obsessive, it's staying up all night because your brain just won't let a problem go. I've seen it and honestly lived it. You get this idea in your head and suddenly nothing else matters. Food, sleep, even relationships, they kind of fall off the radar. And people say, oh wow, you're so smart, but it's not really about being smart, it's just you're relentlessly curious. You can't let things stay broken. You feel like you have to fix them even if nobody's asking you to. That's the thing. Most people think in straight lines, but genius, it sees patterns in chaos. It questions everything, even the stuff that's supposed to be impossible. And like if something matters to you, really matters, you'll find a way. Or make one. You don't need permission. You don't need someone to say it's okay. The masked people see the suit, the money, the interviews. It's not the full picture. The real thing is underneath the fire, the drive, the refusal to accept reality as it is. And it's not about glory, it's about solving something that no one else could, or maybe no one else dared to. You push, you fall, you try again. And eventually, if you don't quit, the world catches up. But by then, you're already on to the next impossible thing. So yeah, genius isn't a gift, it's a decision, over and over again. But here's the part that breaks most people's obsession. Okay, so like, there's this part people don't like to talk about. When you go all in, and I mean really all in, it consumes you. It's not just hard work, it's identity. You become the thing you're building. It's not 9 to 5, it's not a hustle, it's 24/7, and it never stops. And yeah, that's not healthy. It's not balanced. People talk about balance, but when you're doing something that's never been done before, there's no balance. There's obsession, you'll lose people, friends, sometimes family, not because you want to, just because they don't get it. They want the old version of you, the version who could stop thinking about the mission. But once your brain locks in, it's like there's no off switch. You eat, sleep, breathe the problem. You forget birthdays. You miss out on weekends. You can't even enjoy the wins because you're already thinking about what's next. And sometimes it breaks you, like mentally. But the difference is you don't stop. You adjust. You reboot. You question everything except the mission. You see, obsession isn't just madness, it's clarity. It's knowing what you want so deeply that distractions become irrelevant. And people will criticize you. They'll say you're too intense, too cold, too robotic. But intensity is how stars are made. Pressure is how rockets lift off. The world tells you to relax, chill out, enjoy life. But what if your version of joy is building? Because when the lights go out and it's just you and your thoughts, you'll know you gave everything. And then once you're operating at that level, the stakes get higher, like way higher, right? So here's where things get complicated. When you're pushing boundaries, like real boundaries, you start running into ethical gray zones. You're not trying to be evil or anything, but the rules, they weren't made for you. They were made for people doing average stuff at average speed. And if you move fast enough, you'll break them. Maybe not on purpose, maybe just because you're solving problems no one has thought about yet. Like with AI or space or energy, we're not playing with toys. These are world-shaping things. So yeah, you make calls, big ones. And not everyone agrees with them. Sometimes you hurt people, sometimes you're wrong. And that kind of weighs on you. You carry it, you think about it in quiet moments, like, did I do the right thing? But you also know doing nothing, but that's not better. Progress doesn't wait. So what do? You go back to first principles. What's the mission? What's the actual goal? You align with that, and you try to minimize harm. People think being a genius means always being right. No. It just means you're willing to risk being wrong at scale. And yeah, it's lonely. You don't get applause for nuance. But that's the deal. You signed up for impact, not comfort. And by the time the world finally catches up, you're faced with the bigger question. What do you do with everything you've built? You know, people love a redemption story, or they love to tear someone down. Depends on the day. But here's what matters, how you carry what you've built, the legacy. Do you become arrogant, detached, or do you stay grounded in the mission? Because you can be a hero in one headline and a villain in the next. And maybe that's fair, maybe not. But once you have influence, you have a responsibility. Not just to invent, but to inspire. And look, some people will always judge you. They'll say you did it for attention, or ego, or money. But they weren't in the room when it was just you, a whiteboard, and a crazy idea that nobody believed in. They weren't there when you risked everything, sleep, sanity, relationships, to make something that actually matters. So, is this a warning, or is it a path? It's both. Because the dark side of genius isn't evil, it's the cost of vision. And the only question that really matters is this. Did you make the world better or just different? If you're asking that question, really asking, you're already ahead. So yeah, be bold, but stay awake, stay human. That's what makes the difference. Genius isn't a label, it's a lifestyle, and it's not for the faint of heart. But if you're ready to pay the price, maybe you're meant for it. Think about that. And just like remember, you don't need a cape or $1 billion to make an impact. You need clarity, you need obsession, you need the courage to be misunderstood for years, maybe forever. Most of the world will call it crazy until it works. And when it does, they'll pretend they always believed in you. But you'll know, you'll remember the silence, the late nights, the voices that told you to quit. That's why the reward isn't the money, it's not the followers or the fame. It's knowing you didn't fold, you didn't flinch, you stayed the course. Even when everything in you said walk away, you didn't. And if you can live with that, if you can carry that fire without burning out, then yeah, maybe you're not ordinary after all. And if this hits something real inside you, like, comment, and subscribe. We've got more coming.